Good evening, everybody, and welcome to all our viewers on SpeedGaming 3. Welcome back to the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2025 Winter Tournament. It is night one of bracket play, and the low rule bracket, the best of the rest bracket, sees number 22 seed Deanna and Heffley take on Xarnax42. Moonrisen Phoenix here bringing you the action tonight, and joining me on commentary tonight, number 2 seed in the high rule bracket, it is Fury SK. Good evening.
Good evening, Moonrisen. This should be a fun one. We've got two veterans of the scene, Xarnax42 and the Alan Heffley. Both have been playing for quite some time, and a lot of their recent match history that those two have been involved in all the way back in 2017, 2018, 2019. So haven't had a lot of recent history. Just want another time to revisit that and maybe get some of that started up again.
A nice, good old-fashioned nostalgia matchup here, huh? Love to see it. Looking forward to this. As we've mentioned, this is night one of brackets, and it's been a wild one already.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything. Let some people check those VODs out if they haven't already, but yeah, definitely some fun stuff already.
Absolutely, and fun stuff is underway. Let's play some Z1R in a bracket stage right at the Lost Hills Power Bracelet spot, and Xarnax goes towards the gambling tree, and lo and behold, it's a gambling game. But Xarnax makes the right call in the wood swords and casino corner. Nordy's corner paying off. And look at that. Early bomb pack to boot. The Alan Heffley in a bit of trouble with... the sniper crew gets another one. Small secret acquired by Xarnax. A 6 rupee small. Nothing to get excited over. Right, Fury? To be honest, with the small secret rolling 1 to 20, I mean, you can't get excited over a 6 rupee secret.
Nah, it's not that... Not that exciting, but, you know, it's just one component of the puzzle.
Want to know what's even less exciting? That shop. 106 rupees for the keys, and that, I believe, is a power bracelet. It is. There is our Armos item. The Alan Heffley first two at Eastern Forest Starmos. The way to go for that one. Xarnax, meanwhile, choosing to go towards the west spot of Hyrule. And look at this. Another terrible secret. That's a minimum medium secret of 25 rupees. But, hold the phone. Those who said poverty seed are dead wrong, because that large secret is a big one. 149. I don't think I've ever seen the 150, but I've seen 149 once or twice. Love that if you're a runner for sure. But I don't think we're going to see Xarnax pick up the blue ring. Last I checked, Xarnax was fond of another item we don't see that often here in Z1R. In fact, I think the item was named for him once or twice. The Alan Heffley now with the wood sword, about 2 minutes behind Xarnax. Not a problem.
Yeah, there are a few that favor the big shield. I'm not sure what Xarnax42 is going to decide to pick up this time. It's probably a little bit early. May not want to waste too much of the resource in the money column early on any one purchase, whether it be, you know, pack of bombs, a key. You want to find out what kind of situation you have in dungeons. Not that a big shield would ever be a waste, of course.
I mean, except when you look at the price of the big shield in that other shop, 179 rupees. I don't think anybody ever spends that. Door repair for Xarnax, 19 rupees, practically down the middle. Nothing to complain too much about. Alan Heffley does get the bomb back off that blue Octorok. Will be able to check Monocle Rock. And nothing. Seaside for Xarnax, meanwhile, sees another part of that shop and says, I don't want to buy the shield for that much. I like it, but I'm not paying that much for it. And, Yellen Heffley, meanwhile, finding out there's the cheap key, and that one's affordable. 66 rupees, 72 for the wooden arrows. Yeah, we're not complaining. But we're still looking for our first level. But first, take Annie at the Fairy Fountain Power Bracelet spot. After an ill-timed death, Xarnax has the power bracelet and is starting to do some damage on those spots. A little bit behind Yellen Heffley on that one, however. As we're now going to have a look at the power bracelet spot near start, and there is our first level of the evening. That power bracelet is required. Level 8 found.
Yep, going to take a quick look around here. I'm not sure how long we'll see the Alan Heffley in here. Well, I mean, it's not the worst in terms of room quantity, but kind of the shape makes it a little bit less than desirable, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, this could very well be just the transport stair, or it could be one of the two items in here. Or it can just be the floor heart thinking, hey, it's going to be funny to put in the staircase, but it's none of the above. It's a transport. And it's putting us right at the bottleneck. Oof.
Yes. Well, you now know for sure you can bomb up here, so I would go ahead and spend the bomb to go up.
Xarnax now picking up his second large secret of the day at the... Oh, wow, that was over at the White Sword Cave.
Yep, the pocketbook went all the way to max and then some, unfortunately, but I think that it's one of those that's off it's off the beaten path enough.
But Xarnax says, "Hold the phone. I'm not letting that one. I'm not letting that one by." He retries, and Yellen Heffley needs to be a bit careful now. Down to half a heart, red Lionel's, shutter room. I'm not sure I'd even clear this. I would keep going. Oh. And look at that.
Similar colored dungeon, but definitely a different dungeon altogether.
Oh, absolutely. Xarnax finding the gold mine, level 1.
Yeah, and with that immediate disruption there of a key door, I think that would definitely impact what I buy.
Yeah, you don't want to leave level 1 there without Xarnax doesn't know there are cheap keys at 66 a pop. Once he sees it, I'm ready to bet he's buying a couple of them.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of work on the side here. Did Xarnax retry out of that one cave, or did he buy a shield, or what did he buy?
I don't think he bought anything yet. He retried out of the second large secret, however.
Alright, so he retried out. That's fair.
Yep.
And, yeah, the Wizrobe sprite, I don't think the shield's all that visible, so wasn't quite sure if maybe he had already gone that way.
There's a power bracelet pickup again. And we see the coast item, chat's right on it. Magic Boomerang. And... okay. Yellen Heffley was thinking about using that key, but says no thank you, and ouch. That's...
yeah, the key to that room, no pun intended, is to get on the half towel to the furthest right of the last enemy, essentially. That way you don't get bodied by the Lionel beams, because he had the half tile on the left side of him, but not on the right one.
Yeah, unfortunate. Meanwhile, we've got Xarnax doing some damage over at Death Armos. We haven't found much in that regard. Another secret here south of it, another medium. Xarnax ain't gonna complain. That one fits in his wallet at the very least.
Yeah, definitely is probably looking for a candle or arrows or something to burn the money on, just so that you can eventually route in another large secret and not have to at least worry about hitting the third.
Yeah, and just as you say that, blue candle, 75 rupees. Also saw a large shield for 98, and I think we're going to see it. Sure enough.
It's one we're going to have to keep tabs on because we don't know. Well, actually, yeah, that's correct. We have the shield sprite from way back when. I forgot about all the boomstick seeds that we had in the past.
Ah, yes. Ye olde boomstick. Goodness, that brings back memories. There's a prescription. Xarnax says no. And I can understand why. It's an extra item in your inventory if you're used to select swapping. That's just one more button press, and some runners don't want that.
Ooh, well, now has the option for cheap bombs. I guess they've basically swapped shops at this point.
I mean, we've also got ground beef at 47 rupees.
Yeah, but that's only going to happen upon them like once a seed. Bombs were the more pressing need, but we'll definitely keep track of that cave.
I mean, I don't know if we're going to see the bait block here tonight. We have seen it, but more often than not, it's in the middle of nowhere, to say the least. There's the third large secret, and Xarnax must be pretty happy about that. That one at least fits. Alan Heffley also with the candle, meanwhile. Gets into Death Armor, sees the Annie Roads, and Xarnax is going to take a swing at level 8 now.
Yeah, this is the second dungeon Xarnax42 has seen. Not quite as nice as level 1, but still has 2 items in it somewhere.
And doesn't devour your keys. Nearly as quick, anyway.
That's up for debate.
Oh, it absolutely is. I'm not saying level 8 has no key doors. That'd be an out-and-out lie.
I think they both actually have a fairly similar number of key doors, just one is compressed a lot. That would be the case, I think.
Not gonna argue with you on that one, Fury. So another thing to note for you all who are used to seeing best of 3s from the first round, that's not the case this time around. The first 2 rounds in both brackets, they're best of 1. You have a bad day, you could be done in the tournament faster than you think.
Yep, I mean, it basically means that anybody who won 7 matches can at least get their 7, and we had such a prolonged Swiss that you definitely get enough chances to kind of get used to the flags. But, as you said, there's also just the chance that you go the wrong way in one of these and you're out. So that's why I'm not taking this tournament too heavy. I think sometimes you just gotta look at the setup and say, well, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong.
And now we've got the Alan Heffley finding another dungeon at the connector. Level 3's been located. And we get Spiky making bad decisions. But that's not a thing the flag said. That's just an everyday thing here in Z1R.
Yeah, it's not impeding progress unless it's blocking the floor item, so at least so far it's not in the worst of spots. Xarnax42 walking back to the staircase is opting not to take it at the moment. There's one room that's behind that right-hand staircase if he wants to take it. Or no, it's actually behind this wall.
Yeah, it's behind the old man. And uh-oh. That's a room the Alan Heffley missed.
So
and ladder in 3?
Is it a big deal? That's what we're going to find out now. The spiral stair.
And the answer, it's the floor art. Or at least what we assume is the floor art for the time being.
Yep, there'll be one of those heart containers in every dungeon, but 9 unless the coast heart happens to go to 9.
But that ladder it's substantial for De'Allen Heffley, and he might take the early lead here.
I mean, there are positives and negatives. I mean, like, yeah, it's great early, but in this case, it's not going to give you the, like, game-changing coast item grab early. It's just going to make progressing a little bit easier, potentially, or possible.
Nah, I think the coast item is more please the commentator, I guess. I don't know.
Well, right now it would be the furthest ranging weapon that they have outside of Sword Beam, so you can make the case for getting it if it's in route. I don't know if you go out of route to get it.
And this is just about as far as De'Allen Heffley got an 8. Meanwhile, nice work on the Pole's voice for TAH.
Yep, Alan Heffley got about, I want to say, to this room, and then below it was the Lionel room.
And it was, with the key door. I understand the runners not wanting to burn that one key on a quote-unquote 50-50. Oof.
Yeah, there's, again, pros and cons. I think with the amount of money that we have, you should just burn the key if this bomb wall had not opened, just to see what was beyond it. Because for all you know, it could be any key. But this room is proving some of the use of the shield, I suppose.
Yeah, can't argue with Xarnax too much with this room. I mean, quad BMOS, you got Lionels all over the place. Yeah. Unpleasant. And gets another key forward anyway. As does TAH for that matter. More Spiky, what are you doing?
I think that one was just a little bit more troublesome than the last.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, that's...
Well, that's not actually that big of a trouble on that side.
No, because there's a shutter. You know that doesn't push.
Yeah, and he's going to backtrack immediately just to make sure this room isn't something. And hey, it's actually the raft.
Not something you want to see that early, but hey, if it turns out that it's required, you're not going to complain much. De'Allen Heffley finds 9. East that mountain, and we need 6 right down the middle.
Yeah, 6 is not a bad number. It's not a max. It's not a minimum. It is right in between.
I mean, you tempt me with a 6 Triforce seat, I'm gonna Spiky. Stop it.
Again, it's not gonna be the standing item. We're just looking for that last room with the staircase in it.
But it could be no, wait. We've already got the compass, and that Triforce is in. It's in a weird spot.
And the bigger problem now for Xarnax42, the bomb count.
Yeah, big old goose egg in that column right now, and that's a problem.
He has been in that room. I don't remember what was there. Was it a ladder block, maybe?
Potentially.
I don't think that was the Dig Dog room. The Dig Dog room was one up and right from that.
I think Xarnax is trying to get himself a bomb pack or something of the sort. Meanwhile, TAH finding out another dungeon already. It's level 7, and this one's infested with snakes. But this isn't Indiana Jones, so the snakes are not a problem.
No, but the boulders still are sometimes in the overworld when you're blinking hard.
Oh, yeah. I can't argue with you there. Okay, map of 7, and what is that? A candle holder?
It does fit somewhat into the design of 8. Let's count here. We have 6 columns in the 8, and we have another 6 in the 7, so that's 12 occupied. I think that means we're likely to have 6 columns primarily in 9 with a 7th one with a handful of rooms in it, maybe.
Goodness, you're better at checking out the room numbers than I am, because I see where level 7 fits in 8, but beyond that, don't ask me to look at anything.
Well, it holds like a 8x16, right? Like 8 tall, 16 across. So I'm just counting the 12 there and thinking, well, there's only 6 left in that 18 number that was there.
True enough.
So I think we might have like a situation where there's you see the 3 prong on the side of level 7. That might be a couple of rooms in a column for 9 for a 7th column, but I don't think we'll have the 8 column. TAH would have the ability to have this knowledge as well because he's seen the map of 8. Meanwhile, Xarnax42 looking at the Dig Dogger some more.
And saying, you're blocking a room, Spiky. I'll be back later. Maybe.
Well, he wasn't blocking a room. Well, I still looked away when Xarnax42 got to the Triforce room.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to end the exploration of level 8 for the time being, I think.
Yeah, this might be a little bit of a fortunate death still, though. I mean, Xarnax42 is not going directly there, but I would really heavily consider going into one with 2 keys at this point.
Speaking of keys, TAH up to 4 right now. And more boss problems. Oh, look at this! I like display. You say it all the time, Fury. You get an overworld exploration item, make those checks. You never know what's behind them.
Well, it's Blue Darknuts guarding a hint shop that we can't quite use yet, but it is fairly cheap. I think that was 62 rupees worth of hints.
72, I believe.
Oh, well, now we're getting Slamood or just Death. So,
I mean, you know what's behind the check. You might as well take the death and go check the other raft spot. In my book, anyway.
Wasn't the worst death I've ever seen. It's kind of a one-off check. We've made quite a lot of progress in the 7 without having to face much in the way of combat. Unfortunately, bombs are not enough to kill the Vyres, and we have a blue ring purchase for Xarnax42. I
mean, I get it. You've got the money to afford that purchase. And, oof, that's a rough debt there for the Alan Heffley. This exploration of 7 might be... no. Or, yeah, we're done for now. And I think Xarnax might be looking at level 1 fairly shortly. He's in the area.
Well, this is the power bracelet spot, I think. So gotta go down one more screen. I think that was his intent, though, is to go down.
Yep, it's right here.
Yep, Xarnax currently has a blue ring and a large shield because of the 149 that you can get from the large secret. And he has one of those he knows the last location of.
Yep, and we're going to start looking through level 1.
Yeah, I support this play. This is the lowest dungeon you have. Your key block, now you have a bow, free trouble.
Yeah, and now you're really game.
Well, I mean, you can't give up the keys. You can bomb this way, which is the right play, and then keep going.
Fair enough. I mean, game is being...
We're backing out now.
Yeah, no, we done. We done.
Now, did they have the large shield? That would be the question of the day.
Since when did... Oh, goodness. And we've got them in 7 too, apparently.
Yeah, not as prominent yet in 7. I didn't see as many rooms over there.
Well, we had to say it, huh?
I mean, it's still only like 2 rooms now with them in all these rooms. 5 are on the floor.
Yep. And more blue wizards. No, a bomb upgrade. Not cheap, though, and in the middle of nowhere.
It is like 6 rooms right of start, I think. I mean, it's... okay, there's the 3rd room of them. Well, the floor item is going to sleep again. Not forever, but for a while at least.
Yeah. All you're hoping is that the silvers aren't in 7, but you know they will be. Right?
I'm just rooting for him in 9. Louis robes. Fun times. I think Xarnax still doesn't want to pay that guy off. You know what I would do? Not that it means much, but I would save, come back here, go ahead and pay off that leave your room, see if you can bomb up, and if you can't, retry back out.
So Xarnax did stab the old man to boost his bomb count and got the bomb force. He may try his luck at this room and... oh my.
Okay, it doesn't bomb up. I'm convinced it's up from that.
From that mugger room. I hear you.
I'm also somewhat interested in that pointless moat being the map room. Yeah, you can't bomb down, you can't bomb up in the room to the right here. I think it's just up.
Think so, and unless you... Oh no, Xarnax can't even go check if there's anything on the south side.
Well, you can also just pay the toll now and just hope it pays off.
There's the vote for the Alan Heffley, meanwhile, but here's the question of the day. What now?
I would try... Well, you can't bomb that way, because it will let you start. And we did pay, and we were going up,
Yep.
So...
That was the answer. Now let's see if it pays off for Xarnax. And oof, the Alan Heffley being greeted, shall we say?
Yeah. The Alan Huffley has an option. He can pay the 2 keys if he wants. And the map tells you definitively now
that you had to bomb up. That's rude, game. But then again, we're in brackets now, so I can understand it. Here's what should be the second item in 1. Unless it's a floor heart, and it's not. It's the red candle.
Yep, so red candle was not blue candle blocked. You know, with the large secret being the way it is, I would actually give up 2 keys before a bomb.
Yeah, because, well, now we know how much a bomb upgrade is. 110 for whatever it gives us.
Oh. Yeah, but you don't even need to get that bomb upgrade. Like, if you give up 2 keys in that room.
True.
Now, the other thing to note here is that level 1 is not strictly required, given the red candle is beyond that. So we could get 6 Triforces another way and not have to worry about paying that guy ever. But that's kind of a weird gamble to take for my money.
I'll agree with you. Meanwhile, Xarnax's first Triforce of the day in level 1. We're done in level 1, and he's just going to keep going, along with a healthy dose of fire. Chat saying level 1 is a cactus, and for once, I can't even argue with that. That is a cactus. Heck, if I'd argue with chat right now, I'd be asked a couple of interesting questions. I got a feeling.
Well, I consider the smaller dungeons that are super linear with some spikes out to just be telephone poles, but I can see cactus too.
Telephone poles. Yeah, all right. Here's that cheap key shop I was discussing earlier. Wooden arrows there as well. The Alan Heffley may be able to pick him up if ever he was so inclined.
It's a pretty solid kill there, the manhandler. Got away without losing the bomb force.
Yeah, gotta love seeing that. And more Lionels in 6. Okay then. And there's level 6 now. Xarnax joining the Alan Heffley, and this is gonna be rather interesting because I think Xarnax is picking the other direction.
Oh.
Or maybe not. No, I'm getting too far ahead of myself.
Now, will Xarnax have the same luck?
I don't know about luck, but sometimes when you just know how manhandling works, you pull that kind of stuff off. Well played, Xarnax.
Another way forward. Or to the left in this case.
Same room right now. But one's got the ladder and the other doesn't.
Well, that means they both get the key.
And one of them isn't getting any further. For the time being, anyway.
No, I mean, you can still bomb in the room above.
Maybe.
Well, for our knowledge, we know you can because the Alan Heffley took that route in there initially before the death.
Fair enough. That shows how much I'm paying attention.
So the real question is, where's our map? And which dig dog will it be under?
Unless you have to play Hyrule's favorite game show. Where's the bomb hole?
I'm still sour over that. I'm not going to talk about it again.
No.
Silly bomb walls in this game.
Indeed.
Hey, we have an item, but it's not the one we're looking for in here. Maybe.
I mean, Xarnax isn't going to complain about heart container number 7.
No, but would prefer his item in here unless that's also a heart container.
Could be the wooden boomerang.
One of the rare worst things.
There is the bomb pack. And the Alan Heffley now staring down that heart container. You don't pass that up at 4 hearts. I don't care who you are.
Well, hey.
Yeah, you might pass this up, though.
I mean, I think technically it can still drop in the middle of those blocks, so it's just a question of whether or not you want to spend the time to clear it. I think I'd agree with you that the time required might be a little bit less than desirable. I might save this for later.
Oh, the quick reset. Xarnax still gets through it. And down goes Patra. Hey, at least
nothing, though.
Oh, leave the room, Xarnax. Make sure it's dead.
I don't think he's planning on up and A. I think he's just looking to see if he needed to go right or if he could just keep going up.
Fair enough. I was afraid he was going to up an A there.
I was going to say, we got the red candle, and Xarnax does get it out, so he's going to start burning through some of this room.
And the Alan Heffley, meanwhile, sniped from a blue Lionel in Ganon's room, and will be forced to go back to the start. There's the map, and, well...
Hey, it's easy math. It's 34.
Fair, but I'm looking at it and thinking it's a Jenga tower that's gone through things. Don't ask me what that right section is, chat. I have no idea, and I'm kind of scared about it.
A praying mantis with its arms kind of tucked in.
Fair.
This does add to I guess my inventory now of left align level 6s. It's something that I think occurs a lot, so it's just continues that thought.
Nice work in that blue Lionel room, though.
Yeah, this is the benefit of the double up in defense. The shield allows you to not have to dodge as much stuff, and if you fail to dodge, the blue ring will also bail you out of a little bit of damage.
Yeah, it's been working well for Xarnax so far. And another key now. TAH finishing off Ganon's room. Unfortunately, no dice as far as that's concerned. It's got to be a transport, likely to the other side of level 6. And so it is.
I don't know if there was a standing item in there, but level 6 can have the floor drop there.
That's true.
Just a question of whether or not you want to clear that room first or just leave it on your radar.
I mean, you're the one that's taught me that if a room takes over 15 seconds to clear, you leave it until later.
Yep, but I find that to be more true if you are near the start of the dungeon than later on, because the time required to get back does kind of hurt.
Good point, good point.
Like, that's my logic, is if it's early in a dungeon, then you can just skip over it for the time being and come back to it later, knowing that, you know, if you get a freebie room that has a standing item and you don't have to worry about it, then you never have to clear it. If you go further in a dungeon, then again, it's the time required to get back there that gets involved.
Bomb Frenzy for Xarnax says, let's leave that bomb pack there for a while. What a spot for the Triforce in 6. That's buried there, Fury, to say the least.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And no, that was just the key, not the item. Question is, where is the darn item? We've cleared a lot of rooms, but nope.
I'm gonna go with Blue Lionel Staircase just to be trolly.
Yes, that one room Xarnax didn't clear. I think we're down to 3 possible rooms. And it's not going to be here. You want Trolley Fury. If the item's here for Xarnax, that is a troll.
A troll, sure. End of the world it won't be, though.
Well, if it's just, you know, the wooden boomerang, as mentioned earlier, or the coast heart, Xarnax ain't complaining, and he's not coming back here.
Well, the other thing is you get the item knowledge, and I suspect that we'll stumble upon the ladder at some point. While it's in Death Mountain, it's not in the worst of Death Mountain spots. It's kind of in the what I call the connector of the east and west, so your chances of going there early are reasonable. And it's just a key.
It's nothing important. We keep going. This is a decent chance of being it, right?
Maybe.
No.
Compass.
Game thinks it's funny.
Alright, I think Xarnax is going to be forced to turn around at this point and go back. The Allen Heffley is in the room that could be it, but it's also a deadly room.
It really is. And a little too close to that blue line one.
I feel like the Allen Heffley's probably bailing on this shortly now, just because of the death there. It's so deep in. Xarnax is almost kind of forced to go back and look in the last handful of rooms.
I mean, okay, he's got literally 3 rooms unexplored and a 4th room that was that blue Lionel transport room.
He's got 2 to his left at start that are a little bit ladder blocked. He's got 2 up from where he's at currently. He's got 1 little prong, I think, and then he's got the top left. And then he's got that blue Lionel room.
And we've seen those 2 rooms at the left that Xarnax has missed. The item isn't there. I'm starting to worry about the that room at that blue Lionel transport room there, Fury.
Yeah, I mean it's starting to look like it could be it, but we still have other rooms.
Looks like we might have had some technical difficulties on Xarnax's side.
Yeah, local internet issue there, but hopefully he'll get it back.
Yeah,
that is why you record such things, just in case things like that occur.
Indeed. Meanwhile, the Allen Heffley taking on that Patra. We know nothing's behind it, but he's doing a decent job so far.
Yeah, we should see him come back here shortly now. In fact, I think we just did for a moment there.
Yep, looks like we're back and running, question mark?
Yeah, he's still got some issues with his connection, but it's not the end of the world. We'll at least see some progress going.
Oh, and a rough debt for the Allen Heffley. And doesn't look like that right side room had anything.
Nope. Sticking with that one little diamond staircase room. That's really painful. Alright, looks like I think Xarnax is not marked it properly at this point, would be my guess.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing here, Xarnax has said to heck with level 6 and we'll move on. Meanwhile, the Allen Heffley still digging the 6. Ladder in hand means he's going to be able to see all of it, but it's been a struggle. Yeah, we've got confirmation that that little nub there in the Jenga tower, not the answer.
So a little confirmation from Xarnax42's map of things. He saw every single room, and he cleared most of them. So I am convinced that our item is with our blue Lynels.
And the Allen Heffley closing in on him. I think he was one room off.
Yep, a blue ring and large shield will afford you a couple of additional hits. It will not save you from that, though.
No, unfortunately, it won't. So we see Xarnax now in 5, and it was a lightning quick Triforce. That might prove to be beneficial. Xarnax done in 5. He says no. TAH continuing exploration. Meanwhile, he says he's done with that dungeon as well. I can't say I blame him. Oof, that is quite a few rupees left on the floor. About 80 of them. Chat having their usual chaos-loving selves here, asking for silvers and 6. Wouldn't that be a thing? Another take any for the Allen Heffley. White sword item will be accessible if we can find it. Candle Row yielding a take any. Interesting thing to have. And we've got something on screen here. Xarnax may have found the item in 5, and there it is. It is the wand, and that is not insignificant. As is the fact that the Allen Heffley has found level 2. Xarnax done in 5 with the item and the Triforce. It's currently a 3-0 Triforce lead in the 6th Triforce seed. So the problem with level 2, as we know, is that boat items will be on the floor. There is what we assume is the floor heart for level 2 under that quad Beamos room. Oh, that staircase means one thing, Fury. Nice little thing we call a segmented level 2. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see that segment yet because Goma is a jerk. So, nothing in the river ladder spots for Xarnax. Meanwhile, TAH saying, I'm going to go look somewhere else. He has seen the wood arrow shop. He'd be able to go grab those arrows with that, with those rupees. Knock out that Goma and move on in this level 2, but overworld exploration is the name of the game right now. However, now it's Xarnax in level 2. Let's see if we can see some damage done in this area. He does have the wooden arrows, and that was the map under that Goma, and wait till you see this one, folks. It's ugly. For a level 2, 17 rooms, I've seen prettier finger painting. Meanwhile, yeah, heavily doing some nice work looking through the waterfall area. Going to need to do it one more time. No heart there. And we'll get into the White Sword Cave to find another secret. You're too off of the max. You don't want to pick that up, and TH does not. If there's a time to take a debt, it's right there. You're done looking through this area anyway. Xarnax, meanwhile, has found the Triforce to level 2. That'll expand his Triforce lead to 4 Triforces to none. No item located, however, except for the floor heart in level 2, so I'm not sure we're seeing him go back. Apparently we are. Meanwhile, the Alan Heffley might be looking for the desert shop, but might be looking more for a bomb pack. These blue gorillas won't give it to him, though. These red ones might, and they do. So we continue now in level 2 as Yalan Heffley goes maybe to Rest of Candle Row, but no, he's going towards the start area. Xarnax has found the item in 2. It is the book. That is not insignificant. That book of making hints available as the Alan Heffley picks up the wooden arrows. That Goma in level 2 might not be long for this world. Level 2 is a diving platform. Yeah, entirely fair. I'm not even going to argue with that one. Aquamentus awaits with the red candle. Completely useless. Goma creeps with the recorder. The recorder's in 6. So now we know the item that's behind that something blue Lionel room in 6. Do we want it? Maybe. Up in there. For Xarnax, meanwhile, we're gonna keep looking around, and Alan Heffley might be finding that book sooner rather than later as well. Alan Heffley looking at the Triforce says, "No, I want the item first. Take any heart container for Xarnax out of Candle Row. Up to 9 hearts. Needs 1 more to be able to pick up Magical Sword, perhaps. But I'm not sure that's on the table." Fury, do you have any idea how the... I mean, not to do Al Soul Mat or anything of the sort, but I mean, have we seen Xarnax pick up Magical Sword that often?
I mean, if you can get there to that heart amount, then as long as it's in your route, sure. I don't think he's against it.
Fair enough. TAH looking for the room that's going to give him the item. That is not it, but he's closing in. Question in chat: how is the Alan Heffley so far behind? Debts. A lot of debts. A lot of costly debts. Xarnax has been pretty solid, but the blue ring and big shield purchases have been paying off quite a bit for Xarnax. And it's the blue Lionels that have really caused TH some problems. He's been sniped quite a few times. There is the book for the Alan Heffley. Now he's going to backtrack, try and grit the Triforce, and finally put 2 in his rearview mirror. And with the spike traps in the rearview mirror, the Alan Heffley picks up the Triforce in 2, first of the night, 4-1. As far as I can tell, not much on West End Mountain here tonight. Exploration about to conclude.
Yep, sometimes it helps out to go there, and sometimes it just comes up empty on you. So
yep, and in this case, out of bombs, out of checks, don't have much to write home about.
Yeah, we are missing a couple of dungeons still, are we not? So it's be interesting to see where those 1 or 2 are.
I'm worried about that recorder in 6 suddenly. Then there's the dead woods that Alan Heffley's starting to look through. I think all we haven't found so far is that right there.
Well, I mean, Dig Dogger could still be blocking things in random dungeons, but is no longer blocking a dungeon outright from being entered. Well, that's fun.
Well, what were we saying about 5 seconds ago?
Well, there's another room to the right. I mean, it's not over yet.
But Spikey's made enough bad. Oh, wait a minute.
See, that's why we said yet. Could have a super room here.
Not a super room.
Well,
Floor heart. I mean, there are worse things. This game really thinks it's funny here tonight, doesn't it? Oh, potion pickup from a Take Any for Xarnax. Take Any found it in the southwest corner. And wow, right next to the southwest corner is our white sword item. It's a big one, and I think the Alan Heffley would be more than happy to get the red ring, which Xarnax now has. So that's southwest corner tonight. That's gold. The Take Any, not so much, but the red ring white sword item, that would help a lot. And as you'll see right here, Xarnax will be picking it up. TAH, another fairly costly debt here in 4. Xarnax is not that far away from level 4 either.
so we're still on the yet discussion, I guess, for this level 4, aren't we?
A little bit. I mean, the Alan Heffley has done quite a bit of progress behind the Dig Dogger, but yeah, yet. Indeed.
So it looks like one of those setups where it's just one room, potentially, that's behind the Dig Dogger, and or the floor item in there. I didn't recall if he had something standing.
Xarnax now finds 3, and this, he doesn't know it yet, but it would be a huge, huge find. The Alan Heffley now, Triforce and 4. He almost had to pick that up. Could have block clip, but does cut the Triforce deficit to 4 too, and he's going back in.
Yeah, there are rooms past that Triforce that are available if you want to spend resources or time, so I think you have to consider it.
And now it's Xarnax's turn to find out that you need 6 Triforces to get in here. right. So nothing at the arrow tonight.
To answer the question in chat on the seeds, this is the low roll bracket, which has got a handful of buys in it. So the 22 and the 10 can match up in this specific case because of the buys that are handed out at the top of it.
And the Alan Heffley hits the jackpot in 4. We got silvers.
Yep, so that is all of the information that we need to basically get into 9, I think. We have enough Triforces between them, just about.
Well, we need one more because we are at 5 Triforces altogether, but there's a strong possibility we can do some damage. And Xarnax heading back into 3. Will pirouette the door and go in. He needs what's in here. It's the ladder.
The Alan Heffley, meanwhile, is probably just a little bit sour that they did not find their way to that cave a little bit sooner, given the combat in some of these dungeons.
Yeah, and who can blame them? And meanwhile, Xarnax, there's your shiny ladder. Time to, 1 hour, 6 minutes in a tournament match for your tournament life, you find that. He still looks very composed. I'll say that much. But
I mean, that's what you have to do, though. Like, you get the ladder in hour 5. I mean, if you throw a little bit of a shrug at it and like move on, then you're fine. If you sit there and bemoan it and just start raging internally, then what happens? You lose focus, and then maybe you take some bad deaths, and you never know. Sometimes your opponent also is really late to a major item.
And in the case of the Alan Heffley, well, I mean, you're looking maybe at the hour plus silvers. That didn't feel too good either. And Spikey, what are you doing?
Yeah. We knew that one was blocking a Triforce. It's so far the only one that I'm 100% blocked by a recorder, although 8 could be. I still have not seen that room again from Xarnax42. I think he was the one that was in there once or twice.
They both were.
I never saw it from the Alan Heffley side, but I'll take your word for it on the late.
Yeah, he did take a bit of I think he did take a death or 2 in that room, and we're going into 8 again.
No, the Alan Heffley's not been there on his map. It's in the P column on like the 5th room, so maybe we can see what was blocking that now.
Am I confusing 6 and 8 all of a sudden? It's entirely possible.
I'm still going with the blue Lionel staircase as the recorder sitting in the corner.
Yeah, I agree with that.
To answer the question in chat, 9 will not be max on its rooms. It will be far from it, from my math, because we have only 16 potential columns and, 18 potential columns, I think. That could work out that way? Yeah. So it should be a kind of more narrow 9. At least very tall and maybe a handful of rooms poking out.
Trust in Fury, folks. Man knows what he's talking about.
I'd rather trust Nelsoa because his math is better. It is a dig dollar block Triforce 8, by the way. Now that Xarnax is back there.
Fun. Really fun.
And did Xarnax have the hint for the recorder?
He did. He went into hint shops and bought the hint. He knows the recorders in 6.
Yeah, the overlap of the rooms between 7 and 8, to get back to that though, I think is 2 columns, so maybe 3 columns. So we should have probably like a 56 or 57 as the max, and probably won't be much taller than, or much larger than that, would be my guess, if we were to guess without ever seeing a map, at least.
Eight is just a landmark. Yeah, I can 100% see it.
Yeah, if I'm Xarnax, I'm absolutely out of this. I'm going back to level 6. I'm reinvestigating what I might have skipped. I think Xarnax42 is just getting a little bit trolled by his tracking in this one, mostly because you have to mark that room as a staircase, so you're not thinking of it as, oh, this can also be a drop room. And watch it also just not be that room, be one of the other rooms that was randomly not cleared. That'd be really funny if we talk it all up like it's the room it's not.
Right? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I hype up a room for what it is, and it ends up falling flat.
I really want it to be the room, but I don't think it's guaranteed still. So last time Xarnax42 was up in this general direction, he ran out of bombs before being able to get all of the room knowledge that he wanted, and couldn't get a couple of rogue blue Lionels. There was one in each room. He couldn't get any of them to drop anything.
In short,
almost.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say we're almost room for room here.
Yeah, but as I was about to say, in other words, Z1R doing Z1R things. You're doing everything you can to get a bomb pack, but the game just says no.
Yeah, pretty much. You gotta burn a key here to be able to see the last couple of rooms, so it was never a bomb block in the end. Well, as I say that, now there's gonna be a bomb block here.
Ordiana could be in here, and we call it a day. Nope, it is not.
It's the floor item in this dungeon, if my recollection serves, is a raft standing below a dig dogger. So we are looking for a staircase, and it is probably the last room he can get to.
Yeah,
on his map. There's one up there in the middle, just above him.
Yeah, and there's... I'm not entirely sure that was Dig Dogger blocked, but it could be.
No, you can access it. If he goes up twice, you can get... Oh, no, you can't because... Oh, you are right. You're right, Wooderson. You can bomb maybe from the other side, but this is Dig Dogger blocked. I believe there's a shutter there. Because right to his right here is a horizontal shoot room, if I recall my rooms correctly.
Yeah, this is the problem right here, and it's that Dig Dogger. So you pretty much have to go back to 6.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. I don't remember seeing if they both tested that bomb wall or not, but that could be the case. Because there is when you get out of the transport, I know the Alan Heffley bombed up, but I never saw him bomb left. Unsure if Xarnax42 tried. To answer the question in chat, Triforce is also Dig Dogger blocked.
Spikey did many mistakes, and I see CD Improv in here right now.
Yep, if you would be so inclined to blame her, you would be wrong. If you want to associate blame because of somebody rolling the bot, you can blame me. I'm
not associating blame on anyone. Sometimes, look, the only seed I'm going to blame someone is for that 3 hour 42 minute seed monster I rolled early last year. I still regret that, but I'll admit to rolling that pile of
Yep, I remember that one of those orders is currently in chat. The other one, was it Windfox that was involved in that too?
It was.
Yeah. That's how it goes sometimes, though. And this is the other room that blocks the way from this side. The Allen Heffley might go through the staircase now and check to see if it works, but that's only if he recalls not bombing it. That would be something if you could bomb into that room from the other side of that staircase, only to find a single push block, dig dogger blocked room again.
And I see chat still talking about that race. All I can say is that seat would have given trouble to any runner.
It would have given anybody a good deal of fun times. I think with experience, I would gamble that both runners have gotten a little bit better since then, and I think their times could have gone down a little bit with that additional experience now in the game.
I agree, but most of the items in that seat, especially level 9, that was Blue Wizrobe infestation.
Anyways, back to the current seed. Xarnax42 is still trying to solve what's going on with this 6.
Yeah, we really should get back to the current race instead of talking about something that happened about a year ago.
Yeah, if you want to go fight it, we have a shiny new bot to at least our Discord, although I think it's been in operation for a little while now, made by Potato Pony. I would heavily suggest you take a look at it because it will show you all like the head-to-head matchups, and if you know the 2 runners involved, you can go back using either the bot or going back to the original spreadsheet he's got, and you would be able to get that information. You can even run. You can't run that seed anymore unless you happen to find the old version, but you definitely can see roughly what time it was run. And if you consult the VODs, I believe that one was Zelda 1 Randomizer channel, but it pretty much should be on YouTube one way or the other.
A feat of strength will lead to the boomerang.
Clear this room, Xarnax. Oh. Clear this staircase room, Xarnax.
Please.
Xarnax42, clean this room? No, don't up A.
Don't up an A. And...
Oh, now we can clean this room. Let's go.
All right. Let's hope he cleans this room.
Watch it not be here still. That'd be really funny.
It really would. No, it's right there. You called
that
it
a while ago.
Yep, you absolutely did. Recorder for Xarnax.
I understand not wanting to clear it because it's just a pain in the butt to clear, but sometimes you just know internally that room is going to be the answer.
Because Z1R does what Z1R does.
Xarnax42 at this point, I would comfortably say is in go mode, has all the items that are going to be necessary to complete this one. So just needs to not run out of keys and get to 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're still missing silvers.
He has not found 4 yet, but if he doesn't stumble upon it, he's also going to have the book to turn him around, whereas the Allen Heffley still has to get back to 6 to find the flute, and also has to acquire another 3 or 4 Triforce pieces. And the answer from chat is he has seen 4. He's just, he saw it when we couldn't see him, that's all.
Yeah, the only problem right now is that Xarnax is back in 8, and he just saw the hint that he might not even care. There's the Triforce. I think he's played long enough to figure out that the boomerang is the other item in 8. Because of this hint that a feat of strength will lead to the boomerang.
Yeah. So that solves that answer, because I think that's the only dungeon that can be blocked on our knowledge. I don't know if Xarnax42 has full... Well, no, he has to have full information. He's seen everything else. So yeah, he knows.
Oh, and there's the bait block in the back end of level 5. So the ground beef can stay in the shop for all week here.
All right. We have Xarnax42 in the dungeon with silvers. He has seen all of one room of this.
Yep. Either way, the silvers were right there on the floor, so don't think he misses the item here.
It just has to go a little ways this way, and we'll find everything he wants to find.
I think you go. Oh wait, no. He's up to 5 Triforce. He gets the silvers and the Triforce in here. He's going to 9.
Yep, and now you can clear rooms that take you a little bit of time with the wand and wood sword in hand. Rooms like this are more trivialized. So you're kind of rooting for the Alan Heffley to turn around and take his Triforce in this level 5. Does not have the same hint information, to my knowledge, that Xarnax42 has. I think Xarnax42 has quite a bit more of it.
Yeah, I think Xarnax, unlike the Alan Heffley, did profit from the hint shop that was at the Western Raft spot. There's the Triforce. He's thinking about it.
How did he... Is it in that... Is this... No, it can't be a super room.
No, the Alan Heffley picked up the Triforce the first time, and this is the... I believe this is the heart container in level 4.
Yeah, so the question really becomes is, does Xarnax42 gamble on 4 not having the silvers and go to 9, or does he take the... does he go ahead and just take the time to clear the 4 now?
I mean, it becomes a question of, do you dig 4 or do you dig 9? And 4 is tiny in comparison to 9, so really, the question answers itself, I think.
Yeah, but with the book in hand, you also have potential hints in 9, and some runners take that as a reason to just go. I think you can get to that room regardless, though. You can get there from this side, too. So he's going to just clear it now, with how small it is. So the question is, how much ground can the Alan Heffley make up while Xarnax42 is clearing this level 4 looking for the item?
The Alan Heffley is looking for the item in 5, and while it's going to help him, that wand isn't a cure-all.
No, I'd say the red ring was the biggest help to the Alan Heffley. He's got silvers to kind of do some of the combat work for him now as well.
Agreed. I mean, that red ring with the combat difficulties we've had so far. There's the wand.
Okay, so you're the Alan Heffley. You have 1 item of the 2 out of 1. You have the items out of 2, 3, 4, and 5. So your options now are to go back to 7, or to go to 6, or to go to 1. I think he's going to likely go to 1 first and spend a bomb or a key to get past that block, only to find the red candle, and then what's he going to do?
He's done a lot of damage in 3. He might go there.
Yeah, that would give him a Triforce, but it's not got an item outstanding. Whereas 1 has the item outstanding and the Triforce. May also be looking for something else in the overworld, or just get a potion or a heart. What dungeon could the Alan Heffley not have found? He's found them all, right?
I believe so, yes.
So it might just be cleaning up spots in the hope that maybe he hits another hit shop or something.
Maybe. There's the silvers for Xarnax. Go mode acquired. He is going to go back and pick up the Wait a minute. Xarnax.
Well, we'll see how much fun he has here. Wait, he may not go very far.
Nope. Just realized.
Oopsie, forgot something. Yeah, he figured it out.
And chat saying he miscounted Triforce's last race.
The Allen Heffley now trying to bomb through this room. This should be the map, maybe? No, the map's beyond this, so this is nothing. This is just pain and suffering.
Yeah, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, and oh dear. So right now, if you're Xarnax, the only thing, well, I say the only thing you're looking for is the white sword or the Yaney key, but you wouldn't say no to either one of those items. But Triforce in 4 for Xarnax, 6 Triforces on the board, ticket to 9 acquired. Let's go get us a midnight snack of bacon, huh?
Let's see if we get more whiz robes than 9.
That's not so much a midnight snack. Or maybe it's the Wizrose making a midnight snack out of us.
Maybe it's a link with large shield firing wand blasts.
Well, either way, 1 hour, 25 minutes, 25 seconds, Xarnax42 into level 9.
It sounds like he got pancaked long enough to lose it, but we have the likes and the moblins in here, so this should be the softer enemy set.
Well, we're not doing anything in that room. And Xarnax doesn't want to take staircases yet. That's one of the 2 schools of thought in this level 9. I honestly would have tried to clear that. You don't know if that's a kidnap down there, and I think that's what Xarnax is thinking. Nope. No kidnap there. And only 4 runners that had a 2 and 4 record made it into the top bracket, as I see the discussion in chat. If you're looking at the actual numbers, Danny P. Speed was the first of the 2 and 4 runners to make it in with a strength of schedule of 22. The other 3 runners that made it had a strength of schedule of 20, and the as you can see from the bracket, the number 1 seed King Doll in the low world bracket was, oh my goodness, Fury?
I'm actually stunned on this one because with the way that 8 and 7 piece together, the fact that we literally have no staircases allotted to the 9 portion of this tile is wild. Like, usually when I'm doing the math, I'm calculating like the 6 transports in, I'm calculating 2 of the item staircases, but it can piece them into some other locations technically on that grid now, so it looks like that's what it did.
Kidnapped awaits in the other corner. Fun times for Xarnax here in this 9.
Yep, so gonna potentially just leave that staircase for now. I almost would take it just because you got that hint. Maybe get yourself closer to Zelda and get lucky to have Ganon there too.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Fury.
It's not the end of the world. I mean, you could just progress naturally and find Ganon that way too. But I think he was eliminating trying to get right from down here first, which is fair.
Yeah. So let's see where this one goes. It's going to go, well, not that close, but closer.
Not sure. Probably mapping would be my guess. Is what's going on here. And you can't go up that way, which is troll. You try to the left in that room.
Okay, right, there we go.
Works. Another hit. Okay, well, if you want the direct option at any room with a single tech tide at minimum, will help you out.
TAH back into 7, meanwhile.
The only help that he can get in 7 for my money is the any key being there, because it will allow him to give up 2 keys into 1, eliminate that option, and then tell him that 6 is his answer.
Yeah, meanwhile, okay, this might be new territory, but I might be wrong.
Yep. Xarnax42 might be trying to bomb force a little bit here. Gotta find a good enemy to do that on, though. And now bubbled, so you're at 0 again. Alright, we've seen all those rooms. There's no point in doing anything but bombing up here at this point. And now you just go ahead and farm bombs or go to the bomb shop that you know. You got a flute to get there. Downside, I guess, would be that you don't have level 3 as your Triforce piece because of the silly dig dogger that was blocking your way. Alright, so let's see what the Alan Heffley can do on this side of 7, because I feel like this is where the item had to be, is over here. Goma blocked item, maybe. That would be cool.
Cool, and or troll.
Well, not as troll this time for the Alan Heffley, because he's got the silvers to kill him.
And this might be it right here.
Heart. So, any key and white sword are now officially over there.
That is, when we talk about items that could have been of help to the Alan Heffley, that wasn't it.
At least I'm almost positive we saw the heart really early in 7. So that we were only searching for stairs. I could be wrong. We'll find out shortly, because there's only a couple more rooms left that we can actually kill. I think the Alan Heffley just realized that was the case, and is now trying to get the Triforce so you can get to 6 Triforces a little bit easier.
Yeah, I have to believe level 1 is going to be on the table here.
Yeah, so 1 would actually get him there, as long as you can kill this room, whatever this is. This is Wizrobe. It's not fun, but it's doable.
I mean, you've got Red Ring. Nice.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of health though. This left doorway is no good for this block setup. It's a lot easier from the south door if we want to walk that way. Alright. We got a pretty good chance of killing this room now. Just gotta be careful. And there's the try.
Indeed. 6 to 5 right now on Triforces. The Alan Heffley's might be closing in here. Xarnax hasn't done that much in this 9 yet.
Well, in order for that to work, the Alan Heffley is going to have to forfeit some bombs in level 1. But it's going back... No, not going back. Xarnax42 now starting to get closer to the area with Zelda. Will Gan be up there? And yeah, I'm definitely, I think, thinking about it. But should know that double hard has happened here. At least I'm relatively convinced. Well, nevertheless, I still think even if this were to be like an any key or white sword, and let's say that I was wrong, you also have to think about the fact that you literally just have to find the way in one to be able to get out of the seed.
I mean, you do have. I mean, I have to wonder. Like, you're right, Fury. Short of the recorder in 6, which the Alan Helly doesn't know it's there because he hasn't purchased any hints.
Yeah. But again, like, the one thing that I'm thinking here is, like, I got to get to 9. I have my silvers, I have my bow. I know that 2 of my Triforces are blocked, but I don't know about the 3rd remaining outstanding one, and I know that I only need 1 more to get there. Xarnax is just having a field day over there. Just getting all the turnstiles to clip in, getting some more stuff he can clip into. Just having too much fun with it.
And then the push blocks don't push, which is all sorts of fun as well. Okay, this level 9 is doing things. There's the any key in 7.
Well, you can yell at me, not the tracker, for that one.
No,
I assume that the heart was early, but I have mistracked on my end. Great thing I wasn't racing here. I would have been in trouble.
Yeah,
key at least.
I mean, let's be honest here, Fury. I thought it was a double hard 7 as much as you did, so we can both take blame and call it a day.
Well, regardless, that one was on the commentary team. Husky from Pluto did not get that one wrong. They just believed us, which is wrong. So now the question is, with any key, will we give up our keys to go into 1? Is that what's up next?
I would assume so. Yes.
I have no idea anymore. We're back into 6.
Might be looking for the recorder. We've got a roar.
Northeast of Skull from both.
Indeed.
Can we get there? Maybe.
Maybe. Yes. 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 30 seconds. Xarnax42 has found Ganon. We'll need all 15 hits.
Yep. With the left side door there, I would say that it's possible that we have instant Zelda too. Not guaranteed, of course.
Indeed. Okay, so we've got the anti-Matthew McConaughey going on right now.
Yeah, this sprite's really hard to read for me. Just don't know which way Zelda's actually going.
Yeah. You did mention a short time ago that the actual Ganon sprite does have a bit of a tell to it, but you're right.
I like reading the dance. I think that's something. Yeah. Hey.
And that is going to do it. Get your GGs out in chat, everybody. If you're a race winner here today, Xarnax42. Official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 32 seconds. Xarnax is going to advance into round 2 of the low roll bracket. Next opponent, and joining us in chat as I say that, race winner, Xarnax42. Congratulations. You're moving on.
Thank you. Yeah, that was something.
So how about that recorder in 6?
Oh my gosh, I'm so. Yeah, I mean, 6 and 8. I was sorry. I was really annoyed through both of those just because I knew I had gotten just a little bit off on my tracking, and so I kept debating whether or not I wanted to go back in and full clear them. And yeah, the 6, I had seen every single room. There was no way to track or have any idea what I was doing at that point, so I just left it until that. Man, the book hint saying Goma has the recorder was huge, though.
Yeah, though not strictly required, it definitely made it a little bit easier to solve.
Right. Yeah, I'm guessing. Well, I mean, I think
The
7 would have been.
Yeah,
7 would
was
have been
not blocked.
required. Right. Because 3 and 8 both were recorder blocked.
Yeah, I think it was 5 or 6 blue whiz robes in the Triforce room and 7, along with an Indie really deep in.
Oh, nice.
But the story of this one was, I think you had a little bit easier time of it than the Alan Heffley with combat, and neither one of you got to the southwest corner to see the nice surprise down there at the White Sword Cave. And so that
until very late, yeah.
That big shield, until I think it was eaten by a like, according to our chat, because Wizrobe Sprite not be telling much.
Right.
And the blue ring kind of allowed you a little bit of progression quicker. And
okay.
That gave you a lot of time, because now the Alan Heffley, I think, thinks that they are recorder blocked, and they're now trying to figure out where the recorder is in here. But they keep going the same way, and it's not paid off yet.
Oh, man.
And I think it just comes down to when you mark the staircase, so you also have to remember that, hey, I didn't clear the staircase room.
Exactly.
Could be the answer, and there's just no good way to do that unless mentally you're just like, okay, I don't trust this at all. Which I said legitimately on stream when it happened. I said, I don't trust that room, so we better make sure we keep that in mind for later. And sure enough, it was, of course, the time that it had the floor drop recorder in it.
Right.
Which speeds you up a ton, but again, was not necessary for completion.
Right. Yeah, I try to make sure I clear a potential staircase drop room before I mark it, so that way I don't need to worry about it. But obviously forgot to clear that one as I was going through it.
Yeah, but again, the combat difference in terms of defense definitely was the reason why you still maintained a lead despite that issue with finding the recorder on the floor.
Okay. And they 8. I think I went in there 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you ever bomb to the left on the other side of the staircase? Because if you take the staircase, it spits you out one room to the left.
Yes.
Okay, so
right.
you did.
Yeah, I did try that on my third or fourth time in.
Yeah, between watching you and the other, the Alan Heffley, and then we did also have to solve some tech at some point in this, so wasn't quite sure if you had checked it. But yeah, we knew that the other 2 directions were Dig Dogger and Horizontal Shoot Block, so that was detrimental.
Right.
I think the staircase will help the Alan Heffley if he goes through it, which you won't, as I said.
Yeah, then there were a couple. 8 was the big one that I left a couple rooms in the very extremes unexplored because I was so short on keys. And so yeah, like diving back into 8 just to walk through 12 rooms just to get to the end and use a key and open a door and find out there's nothing behind it. Doing that several times never feels good.
Yeah. The Alan Heffley could have also been a lot closer to you in this one. Because they solved that the recorder was not required, but they never wanted to burn the key, or the 2 keys, or the 1 bomb, I should say, in one, and died trying to clear the blue Wizrobe room, trying to solve whether or not that was
oh, okay. Yeah, that room was pretty awful.
Yeah. You tried a couple of times and then eventually just said, all right, I'm just giving my resource up. I don't care anymore. Please let me up.
Yeah. The shield let me try one bomb, but the pattern they were going made it almost impossible to get through.
All right, with that recorder, the Allen Heffley is at least going to be able to get into 9. Whether or not they find the bomb walls and key doors required to get to Ganon and Zelda's area, that's another story. It's going to be it seemed like it was a really annoying and convoluted path to get yourself up into the middle section of 9.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Let me pull up my map here. I think the L column, the 5th column, was the only way to go north of the midpoint, like to the north half of the map.
I saw you checking a couple of staircases. I saw you go through as many bombs as you had and then ran out of bombs just trying to find a way. Had to go farm some more, so it definitely was not the conventional way in, and not an easy enemy set to force your bombs on, because with bubbles and Tektites, you're likely to lose your count about as often as I go to 0.
Yeah, there were. I mean, I don't even know if I saw. I know there were Lionels, but I don't know if I saw a blue one. And there were 2 or 3 rooms with blue moblins.
Yeah,
were about the only reliable bomb dropping rooms in the dungeon, and that took. There were only 2 or 3 of them in each of those rooms. So, bombs are definitely an issue in there. Especially since I never came across an upgrade, which, I mean, this is one of the richest seeds I have ever seen.
Well, it definitely had the large secret. I'm not sure about the other 2, but the large secret allowed you to really do what you needed to do with your money.
Right.
And then, the bomb upgrade, there was one pretty early in level 5. I think you just happened to work around it. And then the 1 and 7 was all the way to the right on the bottom, although you never went to 7 or never explored 7 because you didn't want to with one or the other.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I picked up a blue ring, a wooden arrows, a big shield, and still had over almost 200 rupees at the end of the game.
Yep, you could buy some bombs, you could find the letter and go to the potion shop, you could go back and buy the hints all over again for fun. You could do what you needed to do. This one definitely.
Yeah. I'm curious if, well, no, I guess the other hint shop must have been recorder blocked, so he never found it either.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
The only hint shop we saw was the one under Raft spot.
Right. I did never check the other Raft spot.
Yeah.
But other than that, the only spots I didn't check were recorder spots.
Triforce and 3 for the Allen Heffley. 6 Triforces on the board. Level 9 is open.
Yep. So with this, you move on to face the winner of, I believe, Chrono JJ and Sharky2107.
That's correct.
The other side.
The number 7 seed taking on the number 26 seed.
Now, I know Sharky's had a rough go of it. He seems to be the magnet for the combat seeds. And I know that's kind of his least confident area of his game. Xarnax42 is laughing, I believe, for a specific reason, but that's there's a plenty of them that he's rolled into now. So let's hope for his sake that it's not quite as combat intensive. I'm sure Chrono JJ would also be happy to not see a ton of it.
Yeah.
I think this seed was not super heavy combat. It wasn't light, but it wasn't one of those terror shows.
Right. Yeah, there were. I mean, the room in 1 with the blue Wizrobes was really the only time I had to deal with Wizrobes at all. And then, yeah, there were a couple of rooms with some odd combinations that were a little bit tricky. Mostly bubbles causing issues.
Man, I don't think... Can you get there from here? But he's so close already. What route did he take? He took the right way early?
Yeah, he
Looks like it.
bombed left in that turnstile.
If he gets to the well, I passed a couple possible staircase rooms, so we'll see where he goes. The staircase he's looking for, if like the whole northeast section of the map is walled off, the staircase I took was directly under the top room under the P.
Yeah, he doesn't have the map of this now yet, which actually stunned me. Putz claimed it was going to be a huge 9. I thought with the way that 7 and 8 traverse the columns that it was really only going to afford 9 about 6 of them, and suddenly we got that 58 or 59 room, whatever it was, monstrosity.
I think we actually got a 60.
Whatever it was not. It's definitely not smaller. I thought it was going to be the majority of like 7 columns, but the 8th was not going to be allowed. But I also kind of do the math on all the staircase rooms that have to be, because the way the game treats them is they have to be in essentially tiles in the dungeon.
Right.
So you have to have enough tiles left in random spots, which is usually the case. There's usually enough, but a lot of the times it will also eat up some of 9's map. So I thought we'd be like 7 columns and like 53, 54 rooms at absolute max, and we did not quite have that situation. So ended up huge and ended up still kind of segmenty regardless. Alright, I'm not sure if you took this staircase, we'll get to see where it goes.
Don't think I did. No, I have this one marked as a question mark.
And I cannot... Oh, we're way up in the L. We're above Zelda. This is the staircase you said you took.
No, yes. The spiral staircase room.
Yeah. And, yeah, I don't know if he's going to go straight by it. I think this is going to actually send him back the direction he was just in.
Mm-hmm.
Might clear this room instead, though. Nope, all the way back to where we were now. And just realized that, yep. So now I'm going to turn around and maybe take it. Or continue clearing key doors since we have the any key. This is kind of the other thing that happens
Yeah.
when you get an any key. It allows you to go where you please, but it also allows you to get yourself lost a little bit more if it just so happens the normal staircase invisible path is the answer. Oh, hey, another dig dogger.
Too many of those this seed.
Let's see, there was what? There's 1 and 3. There was at least 4 or 5 of them in 8. There was at least 1 of them off memory in 4. Those are the ones that all stood out. There might be a couple more lingering somewhere that I'm forgetting. The one the way is, 3, 4, 8, 9. The ones I can recall, and that's maybe it. Maybe there's 1 and 6 too at some point. We just didn't consider it.
Nice bomb drop.
There's that compass, and again was at least nearby, so...
Yep, 1 down, 1 right from where Zelda's location is where we need to be. Because we thought maybe it'd be the shutter door directly left of Ganon after Ganon was down, but nope, it was 1 more room, perhaps past some likes or something. I don't know. We didn't get the chat's... oh, hey, Harkitator. We didn't get the dream the chat had of another Wiz Room set 9, but, doesn't always work out that way, I guess.
Chat wanted a Wizworld 9? I thought that was you.
It was me, but it was egged on by a few of the chatters as well.
Fair. I'll give you that.
Alright, we are closing in on the staircase that could be helpful. There should be another one in the way with this land molar room coming up. Gonna re-clear this. The white sword, if it's in this staircase, would be really nice.
Oh man, I had such bad luck with Ganon teleporting left side. Mention of the white sword reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not where we want to be at all. It's a bomb dropping room. If you force feed and then smoke a Dodongo.
This room is less than kind for that.
Yeah, he's trying to wait out a Dodongo coming down, but I think the better setup is center column here. That'll work though.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the worst part about running out of bombs. It always happens that way to me too.
Yeah, I have to say I'm guilty of that one as well.
Alright, got 6 bombs. That'll mean that even if we get trolled by the last Dodongo, we'll be alright.
We should be, at least. And yeah, we're fine.
So I'm going to take that back. Yeah, I was going to say, please don't bomb. Yeah, actually, we've been there, so we just go back, unless we want to go up. I'm trying to will the Alan Heffley into going back in that staircase.
I take it he is down to a max of 7 as well?
Yeah.
No.
No? Oh, wait, no, he
He had any key?
He refused 1 altogether because of that block.
Right.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh man, now he's gonna do all of the parts that I looked at. Basically hasn't done any part of the south of this dungeon yet. That's unfortunate.
Alright, well, there's really only a handful of staircases that the Alan Heffley has left on radar. It has a couple of these rooms in the southwest still to check. However, I think all that was down here was perhaps an old man that directed you to where Zelda was, so not very helpful.
And a map.
And a map, that part would be helpful.
I'm not sure how helpful, considering the amount of exploration TAH has done in this 9. Pretty much more of a this is an absolute atrocity.
Well, this might actually get him back up to where he needs to go.
Yeah, we're not 100% dead set on it being a transport, but it seems favorable.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the map. I feel like there may have been a hole in the one of the paths to get there, and if that hole is where I think it was, then there's only one bomb wall I didn't try that could potentially lead over to that half.
Well, the Allen Huffley could choose to bomb to the right here and bomb right again, or bomb up above this.
Yeah,
Well, you can't bomb here, but White Sword, take it. Go back in there and take it.
Yes. It'll
Yeah,
speed
the
up your
room.
combat.
Oh my gosh. The room just south of the White Sword is the room that he might be able to bomb right from.
Alright. Up here. I mean, we can clear this room. I don't think this is the answer we're looking for. We need to go up. Up 3 rooms. Yeah, this is the far left corner. This is no help. We go back.
Yeah, this is the only one-off.
I think by process of elimination, the Allen Heffley is going to solve this here pretty soon, though. It's if they're tracking their staircases at all, they'll know that there's one spiral up there still. Looking at the map, going up. Good sign so far. Gotta keep going up. No, don't take this again. It will be dodongoed. Yeah. Well, can farm some more bombs, perhaps. Oh, I know which. Hey, I know what he's using.
I know what's going on.
Just over 2 hours.
Yep, because I've fallen prey to that mid-race myself. I know exactly the feel.
Oh no!
He's got a forfeit. Unfortunately, it's not necessary to after that.
Get your GGs in chat, everybody.
We'll get him in. If they so desire. I know sometimes it gets a bit late. Yeah, just fortunately just took a lot of staircases, just not the one that was the answer. Had seen the room, but didn't go into it. In the meantime, I know that there's a race ongoing that's near completion potentially over on SpeedGaming. Rather than talk too much about that one, I will pull up the schedule.
We've got a fair amount of matchups tomorrow. By the looks of things, wow, we've got a couple of major matchups. All of them right now are in the high roll bracket. I'll let you hype up the crowd for that one.
Yep, we got Alsoa and Diane right off the top there. It looks like about 7 Eastern. We've got a matchup between Magic Friends and Just Andy an hour after that at 8. Jerusalem McMonkey at 8:15. Neo and Potato going at it at 8:30. Cytown and Shetty 9:30. That's a wild one name wise, but they did pair up against one another, and that's at 9:30. So they're going to be rapid fire in that 7 to 9:30 corridor, but a lot of those are going to be interesting matchups as well.
Yeah, an exciting slate to say the least.
We haven't got any signal to whether or not the Alan Heffley wants to jump in or not. We'll give him another minute or so, see if maybe just putting the equipment together. Otherwise, we'll see if we can't catch the conclusion of the other one with a raid or something.
Sounds like a plan for those of you just joining us. A little bit of a reminder: Xarnax42 advances to face either the 7th seed Chrono JJ or the 26th seed Sharky2107.
Yeah, Chrono would be a rough draw. Sharky would actually be a rematch.
Yep, that was, I think, what that laugh was about earlier. I tuned into a little bit of that, and I saw some spinning going on both sides of the sprites in the red.
Oh, well, that's encouraging. That's never a good sign.
Whether it's happenstance or whether that was another heavy combat seed, it just so happened to be the time I was tuning in. So we'll see what they get rolled up. Given their schedules, I wouldn't be too shocked to see that be a little bit later in the week. I still don't have any signal, so I'm going to assume that maybe he's just had his fill of that seed and is fun for the evening. But do head over to the Alan Heffley's stream from time to time. Also, one of the major players in organization of Zelda 2 randomizer stuff. So if you're ever going to get involved with Zelda 2 randomizer, you will see his name as well as a couple of other people who have taken on some of the progression of the randomizer there. And you'll see a lot of the names that you recognize from this scene as well over there. At least a handful of the runners like playing multiple games. In fact, one of my matchups, the really close matchup I had with Jake Coper, in fact, Jake Coper's really prominent in several scenes, with that being one of them. Dragon Warrior Randomizer, where Xarnax42 resides a good chunk of the time as well. Pretty good there as Jay Coper. But anyways, the Alan Heffley, wish him well. We'll see what Zelda 2 randomizer cooks up later in the year. But any final thoughts from you, Xarnax42?
I don't think so. This was just a frustrating run to the end of a dungeon, get blocked, and go out, do something else, and then do it again. Bang your head against the wall till you get through it. But worked out okay, I guess.
Yep. Just like the rest of us, you're going to keep coming back for more, too. You get to come back at least one more time this tournament, for sure. All of us randomizer players, gluttons for punishment.
To various extent.
Moonrisen, I think it would we'd be remiss if we didn't say something about Husky from Pluto.
Hey, I say it all the time. If not for our trackers, we'd just be a couple of old men babbling about relative amounts of nonsense, right?
Yep, that is for sure. I definitely fit the old category at this point.
So do I, Jerry. So do I. But Xarnax, do you have any last words before we go?
No, I'm good. Thanks again so much for tracking, commentating, restreaming.
And thank you for putting on a great show. Thank you to Alan Heffley. Also wish him well. Hoping to see him back here on the tournament scene in the near future. But that'll be it for us. We will join the matchup between Chaos Finale and Ston in the Hyrule bracket shortly. But on behalf of our runners, the Alan Heffley and Xarnax42, on behalf of my co-commentator, Fury SK, on behalf of our tracker, Husky from Pluto, on behalf of all of us here at the Speed Gaming Network, which I'd like to thank for putting on the matches on their channel, because without them, we don't even get a show to broadcast. And thank you all for watching. So on behalf of all of us here at the Zelda 1 Randomizer community, Monroe's and Phoenix here wishing you a great rest of your evening. We'll see you soon for some more Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament action. Good night.